Hello.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
Good news.
Good.
You-
Very demure. Good news.
Good news.
ASMR of some
You might
good
have
news.
heard ASMR of some good news happening. Bandori Worldwide has been released to the world
In English.
in English.
Which is really
and
exciting.
It is, and not only that, but the first event has started.
Yeah, right away, like the day after they released it, they're like, and now there's an event, which is
Yeah, like out the gate.
out the gate, which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do a little video where we give you some tips and or tricks approved by your local congressman for how to play this game.
Yeah. I had been getting quite a few questions on Twitter about like how the event works and that kind of thing, because like for somebody coming from School Idol Festival, it's pretty different.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's not quite the same. This game throws a lot of stuff at you right out the gate. You'll notice if you've started playing it, you rank up a lot. There's a lot of features that are a little bit different, and there's just a lot to do.
There's a lot to do, yeah.
There's a lot to do. There's a lot of story stuff to do, which is actually, I think, is really cool. Like, I like all the band stories and stuff like that, but it is a little overwhelming.
Definitely, especially when you just started playing, you're not in Singapore, you didn't download the Singapore release, and you've been with the game for one day, and now suddenly there's an event. So, Heck is
Exactly.
here to take your hand and guide you gently down the path towards event points.
Womanhood.
Yes, towards womanhood. So
Um,
that you too can be in a girls' band.
Yeah. So, yeah. What do you want to start with, Aki?
Let's start with going to the event page, I guess.
Yeah, good idea.
Or
So, I feel like the closest analog to this is a little bit. It's a little bit like doing a token event, except without
without
the
tokens.
without the token song. But it's basically
Yeah.
just like you're playing. You can just play the game and you get event points. Is sort of how it works.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do it wrong, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
also kind of not immediately apparent how to do it right.
Exactly. Because
If
like
that
for
makes
me,
sense.
it's at first I thought that I had to go through the event screen every time to make sure that I was getting event points, and then I realized eventually like no, you'll literally get event points no matter what you do while the event is on. Like you can play a regular live, you can play a multi-live, you'll still get event points, which is cool.
Yes. It is really cool. But there's definitely a way to get more event points. So
Yes.
talking about the event screen here, just the usual stuff. You'll notice
Yep.
if you go into the prizes that you get the 2-star Michelle. You
Yep.
get a rare sticker. You get one of those every event, which is cool. And at 150,000 points, you also get the event card. So Bandori is awesome because you don't need to tier, really, ever.
No, the ranking actually if you look at the ranking rewards, they're nice, but they're not
They're not like...
they're pretty generous even at the lower tiers. Like even if you are like really playing really casually, you're probably going to get like 150, 200 stars. Unless you're like
Yeah.
way down there because you barely played the event. But you get premium tickets and a Michelle cookie and star jewels pretty much no matter what you do,
Yeah,
which is really nice.
it's really great. I'm at rank like 4,800. Last night before I went to bed, I was in tier 2. I was like,
Yeah,
what is this?
What am I at right now? Where am I? Ranking. I'm rank 1,837 at the moment, so
Incredible.
I think I'm tier 3, which is pretty
Amazing.
great.
1,000, that's tier 2, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, it's above 2,000. You're right. I am tier 2.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is. I'm at full fireballs, I just noticed, so I'm gonna have to play multi-life soon.
And I haven't used anything to restore my flames, my boosts, my flames.
My flames, restore
It's just
your
been from
flames.
it's just been from ranking up and getting like band ranks up and all that stuff. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's fun being early on in these idle games because
Yeah.
you rank up so much.
It used
It's
to
very
be a lot...
satisfying.
They had to change it on JP eventually because people were like getting way too many boosts, and it was really unfair for like people at lower levels or lower ranks rather had such an easier time in events. So we have the
Yeah.
more balanced version now, which is nice.
You only get 3 boosts when you rank up. I guess it probably used to restore all of them.
I think it did, yeah. I can't
Yeah.
really remember. There also used to only be 3 fireballs
Yeah.
back in the day.
Now it's 10.
Yeah. So there's also an event story, which you get stars from. It's really fun. Every
And you
event has
unlock-
a story.
You unlock stuff at certain event point milestones.
Yes. And there's also these event badges that you can exchange in a shop to get various items. I would personally recommend the Michelle Monica is really useful. I call them Michelle cookies because they look kind of like cookies from here.
Yeah, to me they look like a cookie.
Yeah, they're useful because you can get an area item with them. And I'll talk about area items a little bit in a moment. And then I would say probably the next best thing to get are the big, large shards.
Yeah, because those are otherwise somewhat limited. You don't get them as much.
Exactly, especially until you're getting into like later multi-live rooms or getting higher scores, they're harder to get. So
yeah,
I would focus on maybe the 200, the ones that cost 200, and then the Michelle Monaca, and then from there,
probably the premium tickets, the 200.
Yeah, those are useful. The premium
especially
ones,
early on when you're leveling up lots of girls.
Yeah, definitely useful. I mean, at the end of the day, you probably want to get most of the stuff in here if you can. I mean, the smaller shards are probably a lower priority, but...
Yeah, and the money, I guess, is like definitely not a huge priority, because money is very abundant in this game.
Yeah, you definitely run through it, but you also get a ton of it.
Yeah.
So, let's talk a little bit about how to maximize your score, shall we?
Yes, let's shall.
So I'm going to go into the edit band page and show off my band here.
Yep.
So, the way scoring in this event works is you get kind of like a base score, and then you get a score added onto that that's based on the score you got in the song.
Yep.
You get points based on that.
Yep.
And then those points get multiplied, and they are multiplied based on what girls were in your team.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different every event. This time, pure cards, so that's the green ones, give you 20% more per card to your score.
Yep.
So that's good. Also, if you have Arisa, she gives you a 70% bonus to your score, which is pretty nuts.
And if you have a pure Arisa, then you get 90%.
Exactly.
It's additive.
It is indeed. So I don't have one of those, so I'm using a cool Arisa, but she's still giving me plus 70%. Kokoro gives you 40%, so if you only have the 1-star Kokoro like me, it's worth it. But if you're lucky like Chrissu and have the 2-star Kokoro, even better.
Yep. She is pure, she's a Kokoro.
Yeah.
Makes my team strength a little stronger.
And everybody should have the 1-star Eve who's pure, and she will give you plus 30% to your event point bonus.
My event team is actually pretty solid, honestly. I've got all pure except for Arisa, who's cool like yours. I think it's the 2-star, same as yours.
Yeah.
And then I have obviously the pure 1-star Eve, and then the pure Kokoro, and then 2 other pures. So it's like
that's
pretty
really
solid,
good.
honestly.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of event points.
You must be at almost like plus 200% or more.
Yeah, let's see. 70. Oh god, yeah, I'm at probably around 200%.
Yeah, I think I'm at 160.
Really nice.
I haven't checked in a little while.
I'm already at like 60,000 event points, so I am, and it's only been a day. So
it's Bandori is really, 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 what's the word? Kind to the casual player.
Which is great. Yeah, you can
great.
play events quite casually and still very likely get the event card. And I think in this, unlike in SAF, event 3 stars are not any worse than regular 3 stars.
I don't think so. No, they're very good.
Yeah, so they're really worth getting.
I honestly haven't paid a lot of attention to like what cards are good in this game because so much of doing well in this game is based around having a variety of cards because every event has like a different attribute bonus, different character bonus.
Yeah.
So
even if like event cards will be useful at some point if they're just for that reason, like the event they'll be useful in a future event kind of thing.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really promotes like having a nice big collection, which is really cool. Something else, I opened up Eve here where, because I want to show off the episodes. Because I don't think that these are completely obvious to new players where to look at these. They're kind of like the side stories in School Idol Festival.
Yes. Because you get stars for them, if I'm remembering correctly.
You are correct. And not only do you get stars for reading them, they're down here. Like on this Eve it says self-introduction, and then she has another one called Once in a Lifetime. So self-introduction, the first one is always available. I'm just going to open Saya here because I can show you. I have a locked event where you can see that you need these shards, like the stars and shards and crystals, to unlock the event. Or episode, I should say, to unlock the episode. And you also, to unlock the second episode, you need to have the card maxed.
Yes.
So in the case of this 4-star that I've got here, I need to be level 60 and higher. And if you can see, her max level right now is 50, so I have to train her first to like awaken her or idolize her or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm mentioning this, not only do you get stars, but it also boosts the stats of the card.
Yeah, so it's really worth doing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to, in an event, when you're trying to get as high a score as you can to get as many event points as you can.
Exactly. Another way to boost your points is to use area items. So
handily, there's actually, in the bottom right corner there's a little thing that lets you look at them.
Yeah, I don't think that used to always be there, like back in when I was playing on JP days. So yeah, even from the band menu, you can set out the items that you want to use. Mm-hmm. So for this event, I recommend the fruit tart.
Yes.
Because it gives pure cards a boost. As for the plaza, it kind of depends. Right now, unless you've been playing the event for a while, you probably don't have enough Michelle cookies, that I'm going to continue to call them, to get the fountain that gives you a pure boost. But you
okay, yeah. I also still need to unlock the place where you get them.
Yeah, so let me
I have a lot of main story to get through still.
Yeah. On the map, there's this place called Yu Seido, and it's Alice's house. And her grandma runs a thrift store, and her shop, you can buy items that go like in the cafeteria. Mm-hmm. And if you have 5 Michelle Monica, you can buy this fountain that gives pure members a 1% boost to all stats. I don't have enough of those yet, so I've just got my bonsai potted plants here. I have it boosted to level 4 at the moment. You only need money to level it up. It's a lot of money, but
yeah,
I mean, you're not using money on a ton else, I guess, at the time.
I think money is pretty much just for area items. I haven't really seen it so far. I don't know that it really gets used for much else.
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure you're correct about that. So that's where you buy those items. The other item, if you want to buy the fruit tart, you're not sure where to do it, it's here in the cafeteria. You talk to the shop lady here. Alternatively, you can also get a chocolate coronet to boost all stats.
Ooh.
Choco coronet.
Choco coronet.
And you can also go to... you can go inside at Circle to talk to the shop lady there, and she sells flyers as well as posters. So these boost the band. So I would choose, like, based on your current event team composition, choose like the right band setup. And you unlock these through what do you unlock these through?
Through the band stories. So like I can't, for instance, I can't currently buy the Pop and Party poster because it says I need to watch the Pop and Party band story chapter 8. So that's
same here. Yeah, I haven't unlocked any of the posters yet, just the flyers. And then there's also the musical instruments. So while they're set up at Circle here, you don't buy them at Circle. You have to go to Edogawa Music. And that's where you can buy the instruments. These are unlocked, I believe, also through the band story. Yes.
The music?
Yeah. The instruments. Yeah.
Oh, instruments. Sorry, yeah. I misheard.
No worries. Yeah.
Area items also unlock conversations, which is cool.
Yeah, which is really cool. It can be really cute to put out, like, a new drum kit and have, like, 2 of the drummers discuss it or that kind of thing. Yeah. So that's another way to raise your team, your band's strength.
Yeah.
Now, Aki, you might ask, why would you want to raise your band's strength? Can't I just clear the song and be fine with it? Well, I would say.
To which I would respond.
Yes, but you might have noticed that being in the oh my god, help me.
Public?
Thank you.
Public room.
In the public room for multi-lives can kind of be a little painful sometimes.
Yeah, there's a lot of people with lower band strength, which is not their fault. And there's a lot of people who AFK,
Which is their fault, maybe?
Which is, yeah, kind of their fault. Hopefully that's not because they have like connection issues, because that's nobody's fault. But yeah, the public room can be a bit rough. The regular room is where things start to get a bit better, and especially people have stronger teams, and you can start getting better rewards, like higher, like the A and B rewards, instead of just getting C every time.
Exactly, yeah, and it also helps, you know, everyone in there has at least a band power of 70,000, so the score you're gonna get is just gonna be better. You're gonna get more event points. And then eventually you can move on to the veteran and master room once you're a lot stronger and get like way better drops from those, so that's cool. Something else worth mentioning is that every day there's like a special room where you can get certain drops more easily.
Yeah, which is really cool. So today, for instance, it's pure.
Which is really useful for the event right now.
It is. Because I don't know where I was going with that. I said because, and obviously I had no follow-up, so we're going to talk about that for a while now. It just is.
It just is. Well, no, it is, because usually it's probable that people are using pure cards, or they want pure area items, and you need these things to level all that stuff up. So
yeah, exactly. That was probably what I wanted to say, but thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for interpreting my silence and confusion.
Always.
Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Whoops. I'm accidentally playing a multi-live. Whoops! I pressed the wrong button. Alright, we'll keep talking while I do that.
Yeah, I might as well. You just saw this big inviting OK button and went for it.
Yeah, it's so big and red and shiny and like...
waiting for you. So, you probably want to play multi-live rather than solo live just because you're going to get a higher score. It's going to be better for you. Yeah.
There's really no reason not to play multi-lives unless you just really don't want to, which is fine, but like you get better rewards, you get better everything from doing them, so it's just a good idea. Plus they're really fun.
They're really fun.
Really exciting. You get like fever and stuff like that. It's cool.
Yes.
You get to work together with your friends if you want to.
Yeah. That's actually a good point to bring up, the fever. It's really important, I think, to not challenge yourself too much in multi-lives. One thing I do use free live for is playing expert songs if I don't know if I'm going to clear them.
Yeah, because you can't die in a multi-live. You just sort of go to 0 and you keep playing, but your score stops counting, I think.
Your score counts a very tiny amount at that point.
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so if you do get into a situation where you're in a multi-live and you fail, please just keep playing. You're gonna
don't quit.
Don't quit. You're gonna get practice, which is good for you. Your teammates will get a little bit more than if you stop playing, of course. And the most important thing is that everybody will still get fever, because life sucks when you don't get fever. So just
it's happened to me many times today.
Get fever, where people just don't get it.
Yeah, we're like you can tell too. The worst part is that like it kind of shames you a little bit, because it shows everybody who's like achieved the fever thing, like where they've filled their bar, like they pop up on screen. And so if someone doesn't pop up, you're like, oh, I know that you messed it up for everyone.
Yeah. So
keep playing, because fever is really helpful.
Yeah, even if you just try to land the notes during that like fever window, everyone will be a lot happier. And don't feel ashamed. Like a lot of people were saying on Twitter as well that Bandori is a lot harder than School Idol Festival.
It is much more difficult. Like, I'm only playing hards right now because I haven't even tried an expert yet, because I mean, hards don't challenge me too much, but I have died on a couple.
Yeah, some of them are rather difficult.
I'm still getting used to like the icon layout. Like, it feels a little bit different. Like, a lot of the time on the far right, I just like drop notes because I'm not reaching far enough.
Yes.
Or like accurately enough, because I still haven't quite gotten used to like where I'm supposed to be tapping.
Yeah, exactly. For me, like, I started playing on JP a year ago, so I have some more experience. So for me, I'm trying some experts now, but only if they're like a 24 or 25. I'm not touching like 27s and 28 difficulties.
Because this game has much more like challenging note types. Like there's flips and slides and things.
It's just a lot different. So don't feel ashamed if you're someone who like plays on expert and random and master on School Idol Festival and you can't clear expert here. Just play on hard, get through the song, be a team player. Be a team player.
Be a team player. One thing that I will note that is actually quite helpful, for me anyway, and if you're a person like me who has come from playing games like ITG and all that, where they have the different, like different note types are notated differently, so like quarter notes versus eighth notes and all that have a different, they're like differently colored. You can actually, in the options for this, set it so that offbeat notes have has slightly different color. They'll be like kind of yellow instead of all being that like sort of whitish blue. So that has helped me at least visually to be able to read the beat maps a little bit better.
Yeah, I played with that option for a while back on JP. I found it personally confusing, but I think for somebody, especially like you who like understands music, it probably is really helpful. For me, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, it really helps me because sometimes in this especially I find it's not always clear based on the spacing of the notes how they are like what the rhythm is. Like it usually is, but sometimes it's a little bit confusing, and so sometimes I find that it's quite helpful to have that on. So that's a good tip too.
Yeah, it may really, really help you. It might be like, that light switch moment where it's like, oh my god, I can play now. Yeah.
Also, very nicely in this, it lets you set your speed for the notes. And as we've noted before in SIF, once they added that option, faster is typically better.
Yeah, usually.
It may be a little overwhelming at first, but it spreads the notes out more and it makes it easier to tell what's going on once you get used to the speed.
Yeah, and it usually only takes a couple of songs to get used to the speed. I'm playing on 9 at the moment. I think the max is 11.
I'm playing on 9 as well, because so far that's the comfy speed for me, but it may increase as I get better, but...
Yeah. So play around with that.
Yes.
Play around with the timing. I find that the timing is quite true. I think I'm on like -2 for my timing.
I think I've got mine on default, honestly. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's just because I lag as a human being, not so much that the game is lagging.
This is purely based on like observation, but it seems like the timing is a little bit more forgiving than in SIF, kinda. Because I get way fewer greats. Like I have my perfect to great ratio is way better in this than it is in SIF. But I don't know. Sometimes it feels more punishing. Sometimes it feels less punishing. So I honestly can't really tell. Like there have been moments where I'm like, that seemed on beat, and it told me it wasn't at all. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, there are some songs. The one that springs to mind as the beginning of That Is How I Roll. No matter what I do, I can't figure out the rhythm of the beginning of that song.
Yeah, there are some where the rhythm is a little bit opaque, but
yeah, it also just might be me. Yeah, exactly. So, was there anything else that we wanted to talk about in regard to the event and that kind of stuff? If you guys have any questions, you can leave some comments and we can probably answer them.
Yeah. And okay. No, this is not event related. But now that the game is finally out in English.
Wow. So what does a dupe of a 3-star really do for you? I guess you could just use it.
No, you trade it in for Michelle stickers.
Oh, okay. What are those for again?
You could buy various items.
Okay.
Maybe maybe you can answer once and for all for me.
What do you do? Okay, with dupes, you do like a skill up, or
you sell them for stickers, and then you can buy various things. But like,
what the fuck do Michelle stickers do?
What do you get for dupes in this?
You ask every single time, my dear. You get Michelle stickers.
I was gonna say you could idolize it.
Unfortunately,
what do you do with dupes in this game?
I'm gonna make you write a quiz.
I'm gonna get it wrong.
I'm gonna get you flashcards.
Fail.
Oh, right, yeah, because it's in English now, so you can probably understand,
Yeah,
right?
I can probably understand it a little bit better if you explain to me what Michelle stickers do. Maybe I'll remember this time.
Yeah.
Hey, Aki.
Hey, Chrissu.
In honor of this, our last JP Bandori video, could you, for one last time, explain to me what Michelle stickers do?
I just want to take a moment to mention how much I don't treasure our friendship at all.
Okay, but seriously, what do Michelle stickers do?
Well, you see, you use them, you take them, and you put them inside the Michelle bear through the mouth, and it's how Misaki eats and grows. That's the only purpose. Otherwise,
make sure
they're
your
useless.
Michelle grows up big and strong by feeding her lots of Michelle stickers.
Yeah. Okay.
ミッシェルするは、交換ショーではミッシェルするとアイテムを交換できます。
そう。
ミッシェルするは控室から獲得できるよ。
そう。
そう、終わり。ミッシェルするでした。はい。
わかりました。
はあ、よかった。
ありがとうございます。
ああ、頭がいいね。
Thank you! I finally understand!
You're welcome! Like, all you needed was an English explanation of what Michelle stickers do.
Yeah, honestly, I think I can finally remember now what they'll do, and I can stop asking.
Yeah, I think that we've finally enlightened you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the event and for our tips and tricks. If you have any questions, like Aki said, you can ask and we can answer them in the future.
Yeah, we'll answer them in English. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is obviously an event gacha on. I guess we didn't mention that yet. There is an event gacha on, and we know you'll probably know that because we've done videos on that before. But if you haven't seen those, the event gacha has cards in it that will be very useful for the event if you so desire.
Yeah, did we pull in this one? I think we might have pulled in the Rosalia one. I don't remember if we did the first one.
I think we might have actually.
I should remember.
I recognize this Arisa, so I think we might have pulled in this, but I'm not 100% sure. So
I know that I did pull her later in the game.
Yeah.
I should remember this because I literally watched all of our Bandori videos yesterday.
Yeah, you should know, and yet.
And yet I've forgotten.
Yeah. But yeah, so obviously all the cards in that would be useful. They're all pure, and they're all the girls that give character bonuses. So that's cool. Another way to maximize your event points is to do the event gacha.
Yes. We are gonna do scouting videos. We're gonna keep doing scouting videos, this time with both of us, which will be really fun.
Yeah.
The first time we're planning on doing a scouting video is gonna be for the first Mocha 4-star, right?
Yeah, which will be, I think, the end of May if we follow JP's schedule anyway, I guess, which we don't really know if we're going to, but
we should do, and we're basically exactly 1 year and 2 weeks behind.
Yeah.
So if you go to like Bandori Party or one of those websites, just kind of like tack 2 weeks on to when something started on JP, add a year, and that should be when we expect to get it. Probably.
And gachas in this last 2 weeks, like the
Yes.
boxes last 2 weeks, which is a nice window. So you have a lot of time. If it's hard to be caught off guard in Bandori, because if a box appears that you want to pull in, you have 2 whole weeks to like save up for it if you don't have anything.
Which is super nice.
Super nice, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. If we already asked for questions, that kind of stuff. We may do some videos about events. We're not really sure yet.
If the mood takes us, but we're not gonna commit one way or the other. So
yeah, but you can at least look forward to some Bandori content more than we used to have.
Honestly, I mean, I know I've said this several times, but there's a good chance that I'll probably end up playing this a little bit more than SIF over the next little while. So we've got more SIF stuff coming, but this I think I like this game a little better. We'll see.
Like it's newer, it's got different features.
Yeah.
SIF is always going to be very, very important to us, and we're always going to play it. But
yeah, and we're always going to keep making content for it. But
exactly, but like focus of videos might shift a little. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll feel it out as we go.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and you guys can kind of tell us what you think too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hope you guys are enjoying Bang Dream. Unfortunately, I think both of our friends lists are like already full.
Yeah, mine is completely full.
We put out a call for friends on Twitter, and that was kind of like all it took.
Thanks to everybody for becoming my friend. I think you get more slots as you rank up. I went from, I already have 56, which is more than I started with, which is cool. So as I get more, we can ask for more people to be our friends.
Yep, exactly. But
and if you ever want to do a multi-live or something in the future, let us know.
You can make private rooms. So I was kind of thinking that like on Twitter, I might drop some codes in there and people can join. We can do like kind of like how we do for friendly matches in School Idol Festival. Yeah,
exactly. I agree. And maybe if we do an event video at some point, maybe we can get some of you to participate.
Perhaps. Yeah. So thanks y'all for watching. I hope this helped with your understanding of the event and Michelle stickers a little bit.
Yeah, we really hope that you now finally have the answer to what Michelle stickers do.
Yeah, we do.
And good luck in the event, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.